Hello, myself Shivangi Luhmi. I'm a legal intern at Lexis & Company. I'm from Yashwantrao Chavan Law College, Pune, Maharashtra. Today, my topic is abetment under IPC. Abetment is constituted by instigating a person to commit an offense or engaging in a conspiracy to commit it or intentionally aiding a person to commit it. Offense of abetment by instigation relies on the intention of the individual who abets and not upon the act which is finished by the individual who has abetted. Abatement might be by instigation, connivance, or purposeful aid as given under Section 107 of IPC. However, the words articulated in an angry state or omission without any intention cannot be termed as instigation. For an individual to be called liable for abatement and so as to proceed against an individual for a criminal offence under Section 107, prosecution must claim the component of mens rea. Negligence or carelessness can't be named to be abatement in order to punish the liable according to the arrangement of penal laws. Now, so as to establish abatement, the abater must have appeared to deliberately support the commission of the wrongdoing. In such a case, we need to just prove that the wrongdoing charged couldn't have been done without the association as well as intervention of supposed abettor isn't sufficient with the prerequisites of Section 107. When we talk about the sting operation, which is typically carried out in public interest, it must be noted that the same is done by instigating the accused. Thus, the person in question, who is generally honest, is tricked into carrying out a wrongdoing on the confirmation of secrecy and confidentiality of the transaction, bringing up the potential issues with respect to how such a victim can be considered in charge of wrongdoing, which he would not have done had he not been given the assurance. In such conditions, should the individual, that is the sting administrator, be held criminally liable for commission of the offence. This is a bewildering question when there is claim that sting administrator is asserted to have committed the abatement of the offence. Supreme Court in Rajat Prasad versus CBI saw that wrongdoing does not stand crushed or exonerated just in light of fact that its benefit extends to the general public at large. Suppose an individual failed to prevent an offence from taking place, so the inquiry emerges as to whether this failure will add up to abatement or not. This situation of law later has been attested by the Supreme Court, which anyway held that even though he isn't an accomplice, the court would even now need proof on material specifics, as he is the main observer of the wrongdoing and as it is dangerous to hang the accused on his sole declaration, except if the court feels persuaded that he is talking reality. Such confirmation need not be that as it may be on subject of actual commission of the offence. What the law requires is that there ought to be such support of material piece of the story connecting the person who is blamed with the wrongdoing as will assure a reasonable man that the man can be viewed as honest person and his statement can be relied upon. Often abatement may also consist of a passive assistance. On having analyzed the law, it was seen that an act involving any sort of assistance or inducement was needed in order to book a person for abatement. Thus, if we talk about a case where mere abstention from preventing an offence is said to have happened, it is generally not considered enough in order to book a person for abatement. But in case where a person is in direct control of conduct of other person and then he fails to prevent the other person from committing the offence, it will constitute abetting. So, a case may arise in which, on evidence of the same witness whose evidence has been found to be insufficient for conviction of principal offender, conviction of abettor would be quite proper. So far as the principal offender is concerned, the same evidence may be suffering from an infirmity from which it may not suffer so as the abettor is concerned. And in such a case, though the court may have acquitted the principal offender by giving him the benefit of doubt, it would be perfectly justified in convicting the abettor by reason of fact that the same consideration which apply to the principal offender do not apply equally to the case against the abettor. This video doesn't solicit any types of promotion or advertisements as per the guidelines of Bar Council of India, and the sole purpose of this video is for educational purposes only. Please like, share and comment on my video and do subscribe this channel. Thank you so much.